Okay, welcome. And what is this? Happy Tuesday, wherever you are. 1 second here. I don't want to X out of YouTube here. Let's go up a little bit. There we go. All right, so this evening's broadcast. Basically, I will go over what I accomplished today. That is, I have that some sound now to be able to play here and there, and opening and ending, and also I got Adobe Express started. As you can see here, I'm right now I'm an amateur at this, so I just love PowerPoints, but now this image that you see is actually my newest thumbnail for YouTube. The newest one. I don't know if YouTube, I'm watching it on my phone to see if it will drop again, so we'll just keep working it out until we get it right. So hopefully you at least like the newest. Let me go ahead. Let me switch this over. I apologize. I'm still on. I get you guys there. Let's go to live scene here. Alrighty, let me go to alrighty. Let's see here. Alright. Yeah, I think let me switch over and see. Yeah. Okay, so you should be able to see that, and I'm gonna switch one more scene. And let's see here. I'll go to this scene. Yeah, it's working via YouTube thus far. All right. So this is my Adobe. It's not necessarily where I want to start. I'm just focusing on a couple things here. All right. So tonight. I will go over a few things that I put together. As you can see here, I've used Adobe Express. This is Adobe Acrobat, but you'll see Adobe Express. You'll also see what I have within my description box. You can scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll find the Upbeat. You'll have with Upbeat, I signed up with them, and Adobe Express, both of them today. And with the Upbeat, you're able to grab a hold of that referral link there to Upbeat, because you can do what's called sound effects, and so each one that I switch over to, as I change subjects, I will then intermit with a one of the soundtracks that I've chosen thus far. I will also talk about some tools that scammers are using against Americans, especially the vulnerable Americans that would be our elders and those who are not as tech savvy. Okay. So we'll do that, and I got it somewhat in order, the way I want to go throughout this stream here. So I'll start from with Upbeat, okay? Because as I mentioned, in between the various subjects or topics, I will play what I've chosen, and I have some downloaded, and I don't have all of them downloaded that I've chosen. So we'll go to upbeat right now. This is upbeat. As you can see, these are various genres that you can choose from. You can choose from whatever, which one ever you choose. But I wasn't here at Hip Hop first, but these are sound effects and trendings and music, so whatever. So, all right. So we'll start with, and I'll give them credit where credit's due as well. So, this is by Luxurious, and his or her name is Hey Pluto. Go ahead and play this, and we'll go to the next topic. Alrighty, let's go ahead and alright, I'm so glad the next one did not play on me. It usually would. So let's go to for you YouTube creators out there, or if you didn't know about this or not, but you want to once you're done basically with whatever you're doing, and before you upload it, you would want to add your keywords so that you can get within the algorithms a little bit easier. And so, it works just, it's a part of Google. So that's what you want to do is, this is one that you could use. You can certainly go directly to Google as well. This is Word Stream. And of course, it doesn't do as Google does, but Google does it and it attaches right directly to your either your website or your YouTube um, channel. So it'll attach it directly to that. Now it says right here that that word stream, if you look toward the bottom, it says Google Premier Partner Awards. So WordStream is a premier, not just a partner, but they are a premier partner with Google. All right, so basically you can just put in, I would say, let's go use the keyword 12, and I put it like this within my channel, and it's always there. So I'll just say 12 tribes of Israel. Alright, let's go ahead and hit find my keywords. Alright, it wants me to refine the keyword, the search, okay? So let's go ahead and refine it and specify clearly what industry I'm trying to connect this with. So let's say 1 second here. We got all right. Education and instruction, no. Let's go. Oh, it's not really giving me what I want here. It's very limited. So I have to choose something. Well, there's a community slash garage sales and organizations, or I could choose the education and instruction. So I will choose I'm going to keep it on all industries, okay? Well, I could narrow it down, which I don't want to do. So let's just choose the community garage sales and organizations. I'm focused on the word community and organization, so let's go with that one. And this is within the US. Let's see if they have anything else. Alright, we're going to stay with the US and hit continue. Let's see what it does. It says, please hang on while we prepare your keywords. Alright, sorry, something went wrong. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to all industries and see if they could find any keywords for 12 tribes of Israel. Wow, there you go, I went back to all. Alright, so 12 tribes, it has 6,500 searches. Anything under 100,000 is good. The top of the page bid, low range, is $1.74, and the top page bid, high range, is $6.75. Now, right below, with 12 tribes alone, is 12 tribes of Israel. It has 49,500, which is even better. The lower it gets, that means that's it's being searched that often per month. So 49,500 is better than 60,500, meaning competition. Actually, I'm going to use all of these. I will be downloading. It says download my keywords. And it has 500 keywords. So I'm going to use as many as I can of as far as whatever YouTube would allow me to squeeze in there. However, looks like there are some that are high, there are some that are medium, and most are low. So I will certainly use 12 tribes. I will also use 12 tribes of Israel chart. Let's go to the next page here. Oh, I can't even go to the next page. For some reason, they're wanting me to. Let's see what they want me to do. Get all the keywords you need to succeed in search straight to your inbox. Let's go ahead and get that sent to my inbox. Are you researching keywords for your business or for someone else? That would be for my business, of course. And that has the keywords. All 500 of them have been sent to my email there. So let's go. I think it may have taken me to the next page. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, your goal is delivered. Okay. Alright. And of course I could get a demo. Free demo rather. So let's go ahead and get that free demo. Let me go ahead and become hands-free right now for a moment. Pardon a little bit of silence. So 1 second here. Company name here. Alrighty, and go for the website. We'll put in exposure in the raw. Alrighty, got that done. And are you an advertiser or a marketing agency? Only two options. I'm not an advertiser. I'll say agency. Monthly total spend under management. I don't know why they want to know that, but we'll just say 750 to 2,500. So we'll just do that. Alright, thank you for reaching out. A member of our team will be in touch. Alright, so moving right along, that was WordStream, as I mentioned before. Let's go ahead and go to the next upbeat. I have to go back and then forward, so one moment. And I'll choose the next one. This is called, let's see, do I want to play that one? It's called Paradise Trouble. Paradise Trouble. This is by Maury. I suppose his name is, her name is M-O-I-R-E. So anyone can drop that in the comment and give me the exactly what that is. Alright, so let's go ahead and let her play. All right, we are back. We are black. All right, so let's go to the next one here. That would be for those of you who are looking for remote work. You can go here. It's called Built In. That's BUILTIN.com. If you are looking for remote work. Alrighty, this is entry level to mid level, and they also have senior level. Okay, so you have to be careful with applying for remote jobs, as scammers are out there as well, and you have to really do what I call you have to ask Google the right question. I call it truncating, and truncating is not necessarily asking Google the right question, it's asking Google the right question the right way. Okay, so there it is, and of course it scrolls down. Oh, that's the bottom. I don't want to show that there. All right, so this is where you can go. Built in. That's for if you're looking for remote work. All right. So we just played a song, so I'll just go over to Adobe, and of course, not the Acrobat. This is within my Microsoft 365. But as you can see, Adobe Acrobat. One moment, I want to see how this is showing on the screen here. Alright, even that has a delay, not only on YouTube, but it has a delay. Oh no, it's not a delay actually on my end. I was just thinking that I switched over. Okay, so with Adobe Acrobat, it's a little bit different but similar. The Express does something different. So, but anyways, the Adobe Acrobat, they have AI there, AI assistance, general summary. You can edit text and images, export a PDF, PDF to Word, PDF to JPG, and convert to PDF, file and sign. So that's the part I believe that the Express does not have, is the fill and sign. Then you have the organized pages. You have the request e-signatures. This is certainly something that I would use, but as a notary, but as a mobile signing notary, but I actually can't use this. I have to use the state's portal specifically for mobile signing notaries or public notaries. And then you have the compress a PDF, the combine files, and the protect a PDF. So that's that, and let's go over to Express. Alright, so this is Adobe Express. I actually, as you recall, I put together my first thumbnail, YouTube thumbnail today. And what you're seeing here is part of my, what do you call it, my thumbnail. And I decided to put a little video in between and also animation at the bottom, giving credit to the young man who created the music. And all I did, of course, I could, change it up, but um, all I did was repeat the scenes. And of course, this is about a minute and 32 seconds. So we'll count this as one of those intermissions with music as we switch topics. But again, we'll go ahead and let this play. It'll play for a minute and 32 seconds. So here we go. Let me go ahead and X out of that here. All right. Let it play. Okay, it does not play while on top of what do you call it? I'm recording, so they really let's see if I refresh the screen, see what happens. Give it a moment. It doesn't really. Computers don't think as fast as our brains. Patience, patience, patience. It's just about there. Thanks for your patience. Alright, just a little bit more here. Alright, YouTube has caught up, and let's let it play and see if, let me hit the check mark here. And as the scenes load, so hopefully it will go ahead and play while I record. So let's see. Alright, one more. Alright, let's see if it'll play. Otherwise, we'll move along here. It went to sleep, that's what it was. Oh, I've got to keep that open maybe. So let's go ahead and start it over. Alright, there you have it. And of course, I use this. I've already uploaded it to my channel. And of course, I made a clipping of it so that I can upload it to TikTok and, of course, that Instagram. So, all right, and let's see here. All right, it's just another version as I was editing it, and of course, as you can see here, you've got some pretty nice scenes. Of course, I'm going to use them later on. Alrighty. So let me go ahead and allow YouTube to catch up, and we'll go to the very beginning. There's one more page to Adobe here. This is again Adobe Express. This is what I am using or will use to put together new and learn how to really make some dynamic YouTube thumbnails. It can also do animation, as you can see there. It can do AI. I don't know how close it can get to making AI realistic movies or not, but I'm gonna learn it as I go along. So, alright. So let me go ahead and go to. This is the completion of the newest YouTube thumbnail that I actually created earlier today. Alright. Alrighty, and you're seeing it now on YouTube there, so, and so the next one is day before and yesterday. So yesterday I read chapter 2. The goal is to go ahead and tomorrow will be the day of, that is God willing, it would be just reading scriptures. So we'll go ahead and read chapter 3 today of Genesis. Alright. So here we go. Alright, so let's go. That's chapter 2. This is King James Bible, and of course I googled this, and you really have to, it won't be difficult to find this one. I like the alignment of this one here. Alright, it's just like having an actual Bible, but it's like electronic. Alright, so let's go ahead, since YouTube has caught up, and read chapter 3 of Genesis. Alright, so let's begin. Chapter 3, Genesis chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Ye, hath God said, or yea, God hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. That's what the woman said. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God amongst the trees of the garden. And the Lord God called unto Adam, and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree, whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to me, or to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And the Lord God said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Verse 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman. That means Adam and Eve. So I believe. And between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Stand corrected. I believe that is the serpent that God is referencing or speaking about. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow, and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, meaning childbirth. You should have pain going through childbirth. So just imagine if Eve hadn't did what she did, women wouldn't be having pain during childbirth. And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. You hear that, ladies? There you have it. You're not a partner. You are a help meet. You're not a boss either, because if you're married, who are you the boss of? It's thy husband that you should be not only submissive to, but should answer to. He is your guide, your leader of that household. Verse 17. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. God said it. Verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. I believe meaning a man should labor all the days of his life. Verse 18 is thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground, for out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and until dust shalt thou return. And Adam called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. Unto Adam also and to his wife did the Lord God make coats of skins, and clothe them. And the Lord God said, behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also of the tree of life, and eat, and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden, to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims, and a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. So some of you may and some of you may not know what a cherubim is. Let's see if Google can answer that question before we take a musical intermission. One moment. Alright, I just wanted to show you what my screen looks like before I go to Google. Also allowing YouTube to play catch up here, delayed by 5 to 10 seconds. Tick tock, come on YouTube. Alright, they're caught up. Alright, so let's go to Google. I'm just getting the correct spelling of cherubims. Alright, it does not give the, what a cherubim looks like to me. Let's see here. I don't see it, but we'll say, we'll pull up the appearance of cherubims. We'll pull this one up here. Let's see what it shows. Because there's eyes everywhere on a cherubim. That won't, oh, yeah, I think it's working. Yeah, well, it's not pulling it up here. Let's go back. I want this one here. It's not showing it here. It gives me a, let's see. The one I saw in the beginning is, that's okay. So, no, this is not a cherubim the way I'm accustomed to looking at a cherubim. It's definitely, it's not doing it justice here. Alright, so that's Google for you there. Let's go. This is Wikipedia, but no, it's not what I'm accustomed to looking at. Alright, so there you have it. Alright, let's just put in cherubim by itself and see what Google brings up. Again, you have to ask the right question and also ask the right way, so. Alright. Alright, Google can't bring it up, so get out of there. Alright, so before I go to the next one, and we'll do chapter 4 tomorrow, God willing. Alright, before I go to the next one, we'll go ahead and go back to upbeat and choose the next one. Alright, this one is called Hot in Harlem. This one is by Infraction. And there you have it. All right, so the next topic of discussion, this would be for the scammers, the tools that they use. Let's go ahead and let's see here. And before I go over the list, I will basically show you what the FBI is talking about. Alright, and this one here is located at fbi.gov. Again, fbi.gov.gov. Alright, this is the Director Ray public service announcement. Please listen carefully. It is 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Alright, here we go.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Ray, the FBI Director. Every day, fraudsters carry out a wide range of scams targeting innocent Americans.
And let me go ahead and allow YouTube to catch up here. Alright, one second. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Ray, the FBI Director. Every day, fraudsters carry out a wide range of scams targeting innocent Americans. Things like elder fraud schemes that prey upon older Americans, romance scams that take advantage of the lonely, charity fraud schemes that exploit people who just want to help, especially after things like natural disasters, Ponzi schemes and other business cons involving supposedly low or no risk investments, and tech support schemes where criminals posing as IT support offer to fix bogus computer problems so they can gain access to victims' electronic devices and sensitive information. To deceive their victims, fraudsters are using technology, things like the internet and AI, to make their ploys more convincing. And we even see criminals impersonating law enforcement officers to target victims who've already lost money through scams. At the same time, fraudsters have incorporated cryptocurrency into all sorts of schemes so they can quickly move the money they steal overseas. Whatever the type of fraud or tactics they use, these fraudsters all share one goal: to rob unsuspecting citizens of their hard-earned money. So how can you avoid being a victim of fraud? Well, your best defense is a healthy skepticism, especially when it comes to unsolicited contact you receive. Don't just assume people are who they say they are. Be careful what you share, whether it's your money, your bank account details, your social security number, or other sensitive information, especially with people you've only talked to online or over the phone. And most important, remember, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
It is.
If you do become a victim of fraud, please contact the FBI as soon as possible so we can help you and also stop scammers from harming others. You can call your local FBI field office or reach out to us online at tips.fbi.gov. You can also report online fraud schemes to our Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov. And with your help, we can put fraudsters out of business. Thanks.
Alrighty. Fair use. Right and Wrong Exposure Inc. is a news and media company. Alright. So, I want to play one more before I go to the list. and then we'll play a third one after the list. Alright, so let's go with this one here. Yes, I believe it is. We can play it.
Frauds and scams
that's
are
13 minutes long there, so we won't play that one. We'll go ahead and play this one here. This one is entitled something Survivors Thrive, Donate Now. Says the FBI warns of fraud. So, one moment. Alright, there you have it. And we'll play a little bit of this one, but not entirely, so again, fair use.
From your text message inbox and local gas pump to doctor's offices and dating websites. But you don't have to feel powerless against them. On this episode of our podcast, we'll define fraud and the different forms it can take, and explain why and how the FBI investigates this kind of legal activity.
60 seconds of this, about a minute and a half is what we'll play.
Protecting yourself from scammers, and tell you how you can report suspected frauds and scams to the Bureau. I'm Jennifer Leoprahori, and this is Inside the FBI.
You can go here to fbi.gov to go ahead and listen to this.
What's fraud in the first place?
I would define fraud as a bad actor inducing someone to send money based on false pretenses.
That's Supervisory Special Agent Nicole Gordon of the FBI's Economic Crimes Unit, or ECU.
The Economic Crimes Unit falls under the Criminal Investigative Division at the FBI, and we oversee all financial crimes investigations, which include corporate and securities fraud and frauds and scams.
According to her ECU colleague, Supervisory Special Agent Julia Macbeth, the Economic Crimes Unit has recently shifted its focus toward internet crimes, as well as
different frauds and swindles we're seeing both internationally and domestic.
Alright, so you can go to fbi.gov to go ahead and check her out. So, alright, so the next one is the list. I found this on Google, okay? I asked Google, what are some of the latest tricks scammers use today? Again, the question is, I asked Google, what are some of the latest tricks scammers use today? And it is a somewhat lengthy list. Let's go through them. Scammers today use increasingly sophisticated tactics, including AI impersonation, phishing emails, and fake job postings to trick people into sharing personal information or sending money. The next one is, here are some of the latest tricks scammers are using. Please be aware of this, pass it along, for it is vital because the most vulnerable are those who are not as tech savvy, and if you are tech savvy, you can still miss some of these. I did. And I'll go ahead and hint to one that is not mentioned here. Okay, because I had first-hand experience of it, so we have AI-powered scams. Scammers are utilizing AI to create more convincing phishing emails, deepfakes, and personalized messages. They can clone voices and spoof numbers, making scam calls look like legitimate outreach from banks, government agencies, or other organizations. Even Google actually reached out to me and basically let me know what to watch out for there because they too are being impersonated. We have phishing scams, and that's not the FISH, that's the P for Peter, HISHING, phishing. Phishing scams. So, phishing scams lure consumers into divulging private account information by posing as legitimate entities and asking for confirmation or other sensitive details. The next one is employment scams. Scammers create fake job postings, and especially on Indeed, be careful with that, and on Zip Recruiters. So it's just, it's incredible what they're doing. So the scammers create fake job postings and ask victims to provide personal information such as their social security number or pay for training. If someone asks you that, run to pay for training or equipment before they start working. I've actually had that tried on me before. Charity scams. Scammers pretend to be legitimate charities to take advantage of people's willingness to donate. Romance scams. Yeah, I've been a victim of that as well. I got the HE double hockey sticks out of Dodge. Romance scams. Scammers build relationships online and use emotional manipulation to persuade victims to send money. And once you start, they never stop. It's always something, as though money grows on trees or you are an ATM. The next one is fake invoices. Scammers send fake invoices that look genuine and hope recipients will pay without verifying the details. Crypto scams. Scammers use cryptocurrency and digital assets in their schemes, especially celebrity endorsement scams. And on Facebook, you have individuals using celebrity faces all over the place. It's not even that celebrity. Let's see here. The next one is debt collection scams. Yeah, I've had numerous of calls. I don't even answer unknown calls whatsoever. And I'll hint on that further after this list. So we get debt collection scams. They are scammers. They impersonate debt collectors to scare people into paying legitimate debts. The next one is advance fraud. So the advance fraud or advance fee fraud is scammers trick people into paying money up front for something they'll never receive. Remote access scams. Scammers gain access to device or systems by tricking or convincing victims to click on links or download software. And of course, this is more frequent than not. If you wasn't expecting that email, even it's from a legitimate, you should always, legitimate company, you should always, you can go ahead and open it. You don't click on anything. What you should do is go ahead and open it just to validate and verify. Say if it's from Google, you open it and you want to go to who sent it to see what it looks like. And most of the time you can tell. But then what you can do is simply, if you can copy it and then take it to a, when you basically, what is it, when you, let's see what it is here. It's, when you go to a private window, right? You go to a private window and you can paste it there and see what it brings up, meaning the URL that it's coming from, or just simply leave it alone is the best way to go ahead and do that. Alright, so where was I? Since we're here on the remote access scams, I may as well mention to you what they do on some of them, but they didn't fully mention it on the remote one. I basically, there is one where, say, this is why I don't at all, I don't answer unknown calls. If I don't have you logged in, or family, I don't answer it. I allow it to go to voicemail, and in most cases, they don't leave a voicemail, and what that indicates to me is that it wasn't important then. Because I can listen to voicemails without going internally to anything. So basically, a lot of them will do such a thing and not leave a voicemail. Okay, well, you called me, leave a voicemail or a text, and be careful with links within texts. Alright, so, and that's not TEXAS, the state. Alright, so what they can do via your phone, rather, is say they call you and you don't recognize the number, and you answer the call. They have something that's called, the SIM card, the physical SIM card that go into your phone. They can, when you answer that call, the scammer can attach what's called an E for Edward, electronic SIM card. They can attach that to your phone. And some basically will control your phone, or they will allow whatever they did to be able to track your keystrokes, when you're logging into wherever, your bank account, etc. And some people's accounts have been emptied out that way because they answer the call. The scammer keeps them on the phone for a little bit, and they attach that eSIM to that phone number. Sometimes pulling it back to their end. So that is remote access scams. We got 3 more to go. We have the lottery scam. Lottery scam is scammers promise huge winnings but require advance fees or other payments to claim the prize. I get this a number of times. There is one particular out of all of my emails that I have that is Gmail. If you have a business email, then Google really locks things down. And to have one of those, and Google gives you, with your business email, up to 14 days free. But it is well worth having a workplace, and you can have a workplace via your personal email as well as a business email. So it is nice to have Google's workplace, and it's offered, I know, because it's being offered to my personal email. So it is worth having. And Google is also doing something this month as well, and you have a deadline on that to go ahead and secure your email. Alright, we have the next one is called hacked accounts asking for 2FA codes. Never ever do that. Ever. Because the companies won't ask you for it. Once upon a time, and I know that this is an inside job with Uber. Someone on the inside with Google or Uber, they knew that I was on my way, and I'm just about a minute away, literally. And how did they know that that was so? And basically, they stated that they were Uber support, and so I believed them because they asked, "Well, are you on your way to such and such?" They knew that I was on my way to that person, name and all. And said, "You're about a minute away, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah." "Alright, well, you might as well pull over right now. I've blah blah blah." To make a long story short, all of the money, I mean all of the money I made that day disappeared within a minute or two after the call, after I hung up. Emptied my bank account. And I was furious, and I eventually got my money back, but I never believed, and of course, sometimes, well, they caught me while I was busy, and I believed that they were Uber support, which they were not. That's an inside job, and I might as well mention this as well with the scammers. Where the scammers, in my opinion, where the scammers are getting their knowledge from, and is actually inside knowledge, and that is someone, in one way or another, they used to work for various companies, and that being an employee at that time, whomever that person is, got to learn the job inside and out. And I don't know for how long they stayed at a particular company, but they are taking that knowledge that they have learned at that particular company, no matter what company it is, they are learning. And then they take that information with them. And yes, that's how they begin. It has to be that way. And others pass it on to others, and others and others, one scammer to the next. Alright, so the next one is, the last one is hybrid scams. These are scams that combine elements of different scams, often making them more difficult to detect. Hybrid scams. What exactly do they mean? Scams that combine elements of different scams. Anyhow, that's for another day. So that's what you have there. Let's go ahead and move along to this is Experian. And as you see here, it says the latest scams you need to be aware of in 2025, not 2019, not 2021, but 2025. That's here and now. So the quick answer is, as Experian states, scammers often use new technologies such as AI to enhance tried and true scams. Learn about the latest twists and types of attacks and what you can do safe in 2025. So the new year doesn't necessarily bring about a shift in scam tactics. In fact, over the years, many scams have slowly evolved as scammers incorporate new technology. That is, many scams have slowly evolved as scammers incorporate new technology and play off of the most recent major events. But there is a general sense that scams and fraud have become increasingly common around the world. The global anti-scam alliance, that's GASA, reports that over 1.0 trillion was lost to scammers in 2024, and we're just beginning in 2025. But in 2024, the scammers are living like fat cats. 1.03 trillion. Scammers almost always have the same goal: to get your personal information or money. So essentially, they're reaching into your pockets and we don't even know it. Learning about the latest developments will hopefully help you stay one step ahead. The latest scams to watch out for in 2025 include AI-powered scams, imposter scams, and investment scams. Number 1. AI scams. The clearest example of scammers use new technology comes from the explosion of artificial intelligence, and thus AI-powered scams. In December of 2024, the FBI posted a public service announcement listing some of the ways that criminals use generative AI to trick victims. The GASA also highlighted the increasing role of generative AI in scams around the world and noted that deep fake related crime increased by more than 1,500% in the Asian Pacific region from 2022 to 2023. Generative AI tools generally get classified by the type of content they generate. such as text, images, or videos. Scammers use them to enhance different types of popular scams, such as phishing and smishing. I vaguely have heard of that before, smishing. Scammers can use AI to write more convincing and natural sounding phishing emails and text messages. AI images. Scammers can use AI generated images to quickly create eye catching websites. Keep that in mind. Eye catching websites. They can also clone the websites as well. So be careful. And be careful with Fiverr as well. Fiverr. I wouldn't send anything to them again. Alright, so AI, just simply go over and get Adobe Express and also Adobe Acrobat. Learn it and do it yourself. AI scammers. They again can use AI generated images to quickly create eye catching websites, social media ads, fake identification documents, explicit photos, and fake headshots for social media profiles. This young lady kept bugabooing me to unblock her on my cell phone. Well, you don't. All you do is text. You don't call anyways. So bye. You can go ahead and text me on Facebook. Actually, you're not gonna get answered anyways. But yeah. It's usually a male or female behind the opposite sex's photos, lying through the fire. So we got deep fake videos. AI generated videos might be created to promote fake products, services, or investments. Scammers also might use deep fake recordings or real time face and body swapping tools to trick victims into thinking they're someone else. Fake and cloned voices. Scammers also use AI or altered voices for their for their videos and for phone-based scams. Some AI tools can even mimic real accents. The potential to create an image, video, or voice of someone can make many existing scams more believable, and it opens up new opportunities for scammers. Number 2 is imposter scams. Again, this is coming directly from Experian.com, one of the 3 major credit bureaus. And again, we are Right and Wrong Exposure Inc. We are a news and media business and company, and this is fair use. So again, imposter scams. Scammers almost always hide their identity. And imposter scams are one of the most common types of scams or fraud because the category is fairly broad. These happen when the scammer pretends to be a friend, relative, celebrity, politician, business person, government agent, delivery person, or company representative. Some types of imposter scams are so prevalent that they have their own name, such as the grandparent scam, which doesn't actually always involve a grandparent. And romance scams, which sometimes involve platonic rather than romantic relationships. And in most cases, it is most certainly platonic. And yeah, I've had those as well. Now, according to the Federal Trade Commission's FTC 2023 Consumer Sentinel Network data book, about 20% of people targeted by an imposter scam in 2023 lost money, and the median loss was $800. The FTC also reported that government imposter scams, in particular, led to a massive increase in losses during the first 3 months of 2024. Remember, 2024, the scammers pocketed 1.0 trillion, that's with a T as in Tom, $1 trillion in 2024. So now, with medium losses of $14,740, that's a lot of money. And I actually have lost thousands before. Now that scammers can use AI, it's more important than ever to be skeptical when someone contacts you, especially if it's random. Like I said, don't answer any unexpected calls. If you don't know them, don't answer it. Nowadays, in 2025, 4, 3, 2, 1, we are actually at the point of finally utilizing our voicemails more often than not. So put your cell phone's voicemail to use. Don't rush to answer. Back in the day when the cell phones came out, we were so quick to answer. No, that's no longer. That's back in the day with the dinosaurs. So you must be vigilant. You must be disciplined. You must hear the words coming out of my mouth, or you will regret it. Alright, so 2025 Spotlight, email and text as preferred contact methods. Yes, in one of my emails they are flooding it, but it will probably take me almost a week just to delete nearly 10,000 emails. Because, a lot of us, we just get a lot of junk in there and we allow it to pile up. That's in your regular email and your spam folder as well. So again, this one here says that the FTC reports that the percentage of imposter scams that start with a phone call has decreased from 67% in 2020 to 32% in 2023. Text messages and email are becoming a preferred method of first contact. For example, the scammers might impersonate a company and send a message or email about a fake security alert, renewal, invoice, discount, or tracking error. There are even multi-party scams where the first scammer directs you to an accomplice who poses as a government agent or bank employee. And yes, they work either alone, and in most cases, they work as a team. The next one is sextortion scams targeting children and teens. And now that I'm going over that, where's my cursor here? One moment. Alright, so now that I'm going over that, besides, I mentioned the elders, the teens, they are, I'm suspecting that they quickly answer their phones, whether it is known or unknown um, to them. I have a large, or it's increasing rather, but who leads between the various ages as far as following me are 18 to 20. Is it 18? I think it's not 8. Yeah, 18 to 35 or 34. 18 to 34. So if you are within the sound of my voice, you might want to pay attention to this tonight's stream, and that's for sure. Alright, so sextortion scams targeting children and teens. One disturbing scam that's become more prevalent in recent years is a financial sextortion or sex extortion or sextortion scam. The scammers often pretend to be young girls or women who are interested in romantic relation. They may send stolen or AI explicit photos and trick victims into sharing explicit photos or videos. Alternatively, scammers sometimes trick victims after forming a friendship and then offering money, gift cards, or something else in exchange for images or videos. Victims are told that the images or videos will be sent to their family, friends, and classmates if they don't pay the scammers. Often, this all happens very quickly, sometimes in less than an hour, and victims may be too embarrassed to ask for help. Now, the FBI and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children cyber tip line have more resources, so you can certainly go there. You can also report the scam to the cyber tip line. I read that already, and get help taking down explicit content. No, I didn't read that. So again, you can also report the scam to the cyber tip line and get help taking down explicit content. Number 4, and I believe there's it'll stop at 6, max 7. So we're at number 4. That's romance scams. Now let me ask a quick question. How many men out there, raise your hand or put it in the comments, have been scammed from romance scams? Raise your hand. Alright, so let's continue. Now, while romance scams aren't new, i.e., pimps, or when cell phones first came out, and or even now, especially now, everyone is texting, trying to get carpal tunnel. No one can relate anymore, and here we are. We're rushing in AI because everybody's a player from the Himalayas. Alright, so we have, while romance scams aren't new, they remain a popular scam and are a prime example of how scammers can use generative AI to trick victims. Scammers often steal someone's identity or create fake profiles or dating and social media apps to meet victims. Now, FYI, if you have pictures, there's a way to secure those pictures before you actually, excuse me, you can basically prevent someone from copying your picture, just like Facebook did with my, that's why the picture doesn't show. But on YouTube it does. But there is a way to do that. Do your research and find out how. Now, after gaining your trust, the scammers might also ask you to buy them something, ask for money, or give you an investment. Tip: that's part of the scam. Or the person may mistakenly send you money and ask you to send it back or forward it to someone else. If your bank later determines that their payment was fraudulent, that their payment was fraudulent, the sum of the payment will be subtracted from your account. Many romance scams start with text messages. Like I mentioned before, everyone's texting. I can't stand texting with a passion. Being 58 years young, please, if you can't call, and of course, if we're interchanging like that, I will have your number. And yeah, if you can't call, then you can most certainly, go over Niagara Falls. Alright, so where was I? So again, many romance scams start with texts or text messages, private messages on social media, DM. Someone just basically reached out to me or basically wanted, they sent me a friend request. So basically, you want to go through their profile to see if there is a profile, and click on their about page and see what they're about. But anyways, it didn't take long for this person to rush into my DM or send me on Messenger. And the person quickly said something about trying to get me to conversate or communicate. And I'm a busy person, so I quickly sent them an invite on Discord. And I went on about my day. And toward the end, this is like probably sometime this morning, because I am just that busy throughout the whole day. And then I went to go to Facebook, getting ready to shut everything down, and I see that person left a message, a response to what I sent them to joining. Basically, I sent them a link to, not a link, but the URL to join Discord, right? I just sent them that because I'm trying to build that up as well. And that person responded, no, or nope, N-O-P, nope. So, and what the person, so-called female, I don't know if it was, but what they asked me was something like, it just was not relevant, basically. I don't, I'm not into trying to court or to date. I long to marry, but I'm not desperate. He who finds a wife, speaking to the men, he who finds a wife. So, yeah, just because you come to say hello and you are fairly nice looking, etc., no, I don't run after big booties and a smile. I don't even stare at it. I may see it, yes, but I don't stare. Real men don't stare. Real men don't chase. You only seek. But before you find, you want to vet that person. Vet them. If they ask for a dime or nickel or quarter too soon in trying to get to know them, or you're vetting them, block them. Cut them off. Don't speak no more. You don't know, since everyone's texting and you don't call, cut them off quickly. I've had my share of mistakes, so I lived and I learned. Alright, so let's go over this accidental spotlight, accidental text messages. Have you gotten a text that seems genuine, but it also appears to be intended for someone else? It might say something like, sorry, I'm running late. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Not wanting to be rude, you respond to tell the sender they've got the wrong number. These wrong number texts are often the first step in a romance or employment scam, although there's sometimes a scammer on the other end from the start. Scammers can also use AI messaging bots to target thousands of people at a time. So number 5, and we'll go on down and see how much longer we got. You got it down to 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so before I read 5, because I want to hold your attention, is we'll go ahead and do an intermission and come back and read phone-related scams. So I may play 2 since they're very short, so one moment. Back to upbeat. Let's go to the next one I've chosen. This one is called Low Rider by Sensho. Again, Sensho. He created this, entitled Low Rider. Enjoy. It's 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Alright, again, that's Lowrider. So the next one is this is just to give myself a break and also to give yourself a break from the reading, and we'll get back to it after these messages from. The next one is called Fractal. Again, it's called Fractal by Jeff. I would say that is Colley, Jeff Colley. Enjoy. Alrighty, we are back. Let's see here. Alright, so we have 5 more to go, and I will just read right through it this time here. Alright, so number 5 is phone-related scams. Get your popcorn, get something to drink as I read through this, because this is important to know. Or come back to it, okay? Now this is live, and once I'm done here, no matter how long it is, I basically listen to the entire thing before I upload it to. This is live, so it'll go directly. But if it don't turn out the way I want, but it will. Because yesterday I worked out most of the kinks, and it's still playing on YouTube. Thank goodness. Again, phone-related scams. Scammers may contact you by phone, and some phone scams rely on smartphones' capabilities to access the internet and also install malware. These phone-related scams include robocalls. Robocalls have people's phones ringing non-stop, while increasingly naturally sounding recorded voices. They may offer everything from auto warranties to vacations, or issue a threat to try and get your attention. I've had that before. Some robocalls can even respond to your questions using pre-recorded or AI-generated messages. The next one is malicious apps. Scammers may try to get you to install a malicious app to steal your information, or they may create a nearly identical copy of an existing app and then make money from in-app purchases. Recently, there were reports of malware that could infect your phone and trick you into calling the scammer when you try to call your bank. QR codes. These convenient codes have gained popularity as a touchless option to do things like read a restaurant menu or make a payment. However, scammers place their QR codes in inconspicuous spots, and scanning the code could prompt you to make a small purchase or enter your credentials on a look-alike website. Some scammers even go as far as printing QR codes on letters that appear to come from government agencies and then mailing them out. SIM swapping. These techniques is used, that's what I mentioned earlier, and of course Experian has it. The FBI didn't mention it, but this is the eSIM, and let's see what they say. SIM swapping. This technique is used by a thief to reassign your number to a SIM card in a phone they control. They can then try to log into your accounts using codes or links sent to your phone number. Contact your courier to see if there are any security measures for stopping SIM swapping. Again, contact your courier to see if there are any security measures for stopping the SIM swapping. Also, see if your accounts let you use a non-SMS, that's multi-factor authentication option, such as an authenticator app that the scammer can't steal or access. The next one is one-time password OTP bots. Some scammers use so-called OTP bots to trick people into sharing the authentication codes. The scammer might try to log in, prompting the bank to send you a one-time code. At the same time, the bot initiates the company and calls, texts, or emails you asking for the code. Again, let me read that again. It says, at the same time, the bot initiates the company and calls, texts, or emails you asking for the code. The timing might convince you that the bot's request is legitimate. However, if you respond, it sends the code to the scammer, who can now log into your account. Number 6. Cryptocurrency and investment scams. Cryptocurrency prices rocketed after the presidential election, and cryptocurrency scams are sure to follow. These have taken different forms over the years, including scams involving fake prizes, contests, giveaways, or early investment opportunities. The scammers may impersonate celebrities or popular websites to lure victims into sending them money, sharing login information, or investing in a project. Crypto exchange accounts have also been the target of the OTP bot attack technique described above to prevent you from getting your crypto back while the scammer drains your account. Investment scams often rely on similar techniques but without the crypto spin. The Better Business Bureau, or BBB, considered the combined crypto and investment scams to be the riskiest scam in its 2023 BBB Scam Tracker Risk Report, although it didn't have the highest medium losses at $3,800, or 80% of people who were targeted reported a loss. Number 7. 3 more to go, people. 3 more. Just hang in there for me. Alright, number 7 is online purchase scams. And this one is, I'm quite sure, is up there. Very high, very prevalent. Alright, so online purchase scams continue to be one of the riskiest types of scams. According to the Better Business Bureau, although median losses were relatively low at $100, over 40% of the scams reported to the BBB were online purchase scams, and over 80% of people reported or report falling for the scam. Some scammers set up fake e-commerce stores and buy ads for the website on social media. Alternatively, scammers might list items for sale on online places, including social media platforms marketplaces. The scammers might take your money and never send anything in return. Or, and I can tell you, they won't return it. Or they might be committing a triangulation fraud and purchasing the item you bought with someone else's stolen credit card. You might not realize you were part of a scam unless you try to return the item or use a warranty. Always look for red flags, always, such as too good to be true prices, lack of details, or high pressure sales tactics. Paying with your credit card can also help and limit potential losses, as you can initiate a chargeback if you don't receive a product or service. Keep that in mind. Now, the next one is a 2025 Spotlight refund phishing. Some scammers figured out a new way to profit from stolen credit card information. Rather than focusing on stealing money from the card, they make a fraudulent purchase from a fake merchant whose name is a phone number or email. Victims call or visit the site to dispute the transaction, but they're tricked into sharing personal and account information with the scammer. That is truly what you call reverse psychology. Employment scams. This one is up there to the top as well. I no longer apply, or I just don't apply through Indeed any longer, or Zip Recruiter. They fled your emails, and that's ridiculous. Alright. Employment scams are enticing and hard to detect. Lures to target people who've been out of work. Some scammers take a slow approach with interviews and a legitimate sting operation. They then collect personal information from your employment forms or tell you to buy equipment or training. Other scams get right to the point and promise guaranteed or easy income if you purchase their program. Sometimes a fake employer sends a large paycheck and asks you to send the extra back, a play on the popular overpayment scam. The FTC says reports about task scams when you're hired to repeat simple task online increased from about 5,000 during all of 2023 to 20,000 during the first half of 2024. You might be able to withdraw small amounts at first, but the scam occurs when you're told you can pay to increase your earnings rate, and that you have to deposit money to unlock larger withdrawals. You make the payments, but you can't get any of the money or your supposed earnings out. You may also come across job opportunities that involve receiving money and sending funds to another account or receiving and reshipping packages. These money mule and reshipping mule jobs are often part of an illegal operation, and you could be personally liable. Number 9, and we're done at 10, so although it's not marked as 10. It's check fraud. Criminals have been breaking into mailboxes and robbing mail couriers to steal mail and look for checks. If you mail a check and it's stolen, they might create a counterfeit check and use it to withdraw money from your account. Your bank or credit union will often reimburse you, but it could be a long time and cause money problems while you wait. It might be best to avoid writing and mailing checks altogether. If you have to send a check, some pens or some check or some pens, such as Uniball pens with super ink, claim to stop check washing. That still won't protect against some other types of check fraud, though. And don't ever accept or send, or even accept, shall I say, what's called an e-check. It's an electronic check. Run if they do. The next one is how to avoid a scam. Or the last one here. It says while scammers deliver methods and messaging can quickly change, a few basic measures can help protect you from the latest and most common scams. Number 1 are the first one is be skeptical when someone contacts you. Scammers can spoof calls and emails to make it look like they are coming from different resources or sources, including government agencies, charities, banks, and large companies. Don't share your personal information or your usernames, passwords, or one-time codes that others can use to access your or accounts or stealing your identity. Don't click on known links, whether the link arrives in your email or text or direct messages or message. Never click on it unless you're certain the sender has good intentions. If the message says it's from a company or a government agency, call the company using a number that you look up on your own to confirm its legitimacy. Be careful with your phone. Similarly, if you suspect a spam call, don't respond or press a button. The safest option is to hang up or ignore the call entirely. Like I mentioned, allow it to go as unexpected call. Allow it to go directly to the voicemail. If they leave a voicemail, then you can check that voicemail. But it's still not any, guarantee because you don't know them. Even if they say that they are from a major company, it doesn't mean, and it was unexpected, then don't you believe it. Meaning it was unexpected call. Be careful with your phone, people. You can also look them up. Double check always. Update your devices. Software updates may include important security measures that can help protect your phone, tablet, or computer. Enable multi-factor authentication. Add this feature to any accounts that offer it as an option and try to use a non-SMS version to protect yourself from SIM swapping. Research companies before taking any actions. Before you make a purchase or donation, take a few minutes to review the company. Do a web research or search for its name plus scam or reviews and research charities on Charity Navigator and Charity Watch. Don't refund or forward overpayments. Be careful whenever a company or person asks you to refund or forward part of a payment. Often the original payment will be fraudulent and taken back later. Now look for suspicious payment requirements. Scammers often ask for payments via cash, wire transfer, or money order, cryptocurrency, or gift cards. These payments can be harder to track and cancel than other forms of payments, which can leave you stuck without recourse. And the last one is create a family password. Create a family password that you can also use to verify that it's really one of you on the phone and not someone who created a deep fake video or cloned voice. I'll also want to add to that, meaning creating a family password. Although my children are grown and they don't live with me, and I have Microsoft 365, what I've done was create a family deal as well. And what that allows me to do is it allows me to see who else or what else is either using my internet or anything like that. So it allows me to see, because I've got several devices, and I use the non-Wi-Fi. I have my desktop directly connected to the Ethernet, and I have an extension for that, meaning the Wi-Fi. But I've unplugged it and just have, meaning my internet, but I have it directly connected to the tower. But the scamming still don't stop, at least trying. Alright, so I have held your attention for quite a bit here, so we are just about done, actually. And so, let's see here. Oh, yeah, that's it there. Alright, so that's what I wanted to get to. And what we're going to go back to now, before we end, is we're going to go back to Upbeat. And we're going to play these last two and say goodnight to you. Or good day to some of you. So this one is called Backyard Cartel. Again, that's Backyard Cartel. So let me look at something prior to doing so. Alright, we've been rolling for 2 hours and 19 minutes. Ready, so let's go ahead and let her play. This Backyard Cartel is by 21 on the Block. Yeah. He's got a stage name, 21 on the Block. Backyard Cartel, let her play, and here we go. Alright, that was Backyard Cartel. The next one is called Gangster. Yeah, we're all somewhat hustlers and gangsters. So let's go ahead and see. It's called. This is by Hey Pluto. Again, this is by Hey Pluto. I'm gonna go ahead and let this play. This is gonna play for about 1 minute and 25 seconds. And I'll summarize basically what's God willing set for tomorrow. And we'll let you go. So once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for hitting the like button and also the notification as well so that you can be notified. With that said, let's let her play. With a slight delay. Alrighty. There you go, and thanks for listening. And so let's go ahead and say, um, God willing, tomorrow we will do reading and with some intermissions in between. But again, reading of the scripture, so we'll get through quite a few chapters there. On Thursday, I will basically, God willing, talk about those who have, and I may change it, but those who have lost their homes due to foreclosures. I can help you there. So, alrighty, and that would here is let's see here. Here is my credentials there. All right, it's a different company that I own. All right, so we'll talk about that, God willing, on Thursday. And let's get back to where I was here. All right, so and then 1 second here. All right, so that's all that I have. I'm going to play one of the, and hopefully I choose a good beat. But we're going. I'm gonna go ahead and let this play, and you guys can get to finishing up whatever you're intending on doing. So 1 second here. Let's try. It's called Rising Up, right? Hopefully it's one that is at the top of my list here. 1 second.
We rising up. Yeah.
can I lose? Nah, everything I do that really is news. You look confused, why? You are what you choosing to do. Me, I've been making the moves, paying my dues, getting this done with the fam. Y'all know that I am the dude. Bend that low, hit that high, got that hustle, got that drive. One more time, best alive. I want it all, everything mine. We done came for it all, and we ain't backing down now. We rising up. We rising up. Yeah, now look it up. We rising up. Me, I got something to prove. I wanna lose. Yeah, something to prove. You know that I wanna lose. Yeah, gon' leave this here. This right here gon' be that year. Yeah, that's too sincere. I didn't really think I could be that clear. I'ma be right here, but y'all know that. Wanna feed my fists, try to hold me back. Y'all do that, try to hold me down. Karma is real and it's coming around. Yeah, we done came for it all, and we ain't backing down now. We rising up. We rising up. Yeah, now look it up. We rising up.
Alright, it seems to play a lot better from directly from Upbeat, and so I want to go ahead and choose one more directly from Upbeat, and I'll end it with this here, and this is from Gucci. Again, I'm sorry, not from Gucci, it's from Kim, K-E-M, but the beat is entitled Gucci. Alright, I'll let this play, and have a good night, have a good day, be blessed. As always, I love you. you.